Like I already tweeted, I wanted to address some things. I want to be very serious for once. Okay, I know a lot of people tend to not take me seriously very often. But this time I'm sincerely telling you this is a serious matter, and I wanted to address this real quick. I wrote it down a little bit. I want to start off with something that has bothered me a little in the last few, months, I'd say, or weeks. I feel like a lot of people have gotten too comfortable with me. Not any liver in particular, but that includes chat or chatters, or I don't know, people who are active on Twitter. People have probably gotten too comfortable with me in a way that there have been some cases in which I was looking at some comments or looking at, some tweets that have had me like not frowning. How should I put it? They made me uncomfortable. It's not just the bantering and everything. Bantering is like fine in small doses. I feel like people have gotten too comfortable with me to an extent where, basic human decency was like lacking at some point here and then. That doesn't apply to everybody, of course. Right. It's not that I can't take a joke. It's just that I addressed that in the last Mario Kart stream already. It's just that it just starts to like make me uncomfortable if I'm always, I'm always the one taking the joke, Yeah, the butt of every joke. It's gotten to a point where like I'm like 70% the butt of the joke. And I just wanted to say that it really makes me feel uncomfortable sometimes. And I have told the guys already a long time ago. That was before Nix's game show. Sorry, that was right after. I told them that it just makes me uncomfortable sometimes if our whole humor is just to make fun of other people. And I told them that it really makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't really appreciate it that much. Like, every now and then is fine, but I just don't want to, like, every 10 minutes just, get hit by a joke. Now, speaking of chatters, part of that also revolves around following the chat rules, reading the chat rules, being reminded of the chat rules and everything. The people who are obviously not addressed should probably just ignore this, but the people who probably think they're making a little too many banter jokes and whatever, could probably take it to heart to just know that how I'm feeling right now, just to know how I'm feeling right now. Sorry if I don't know how to word it perfectly. Like I said, ESL. And I have it written down here, but it's mostly just talking out of my soul right now. And there's another thing which partially doesn't affect, or like not affect me, but it's partially not affecting me right now. But I still wanted to address something. So, some people have sent in, how should I put it? Have sent in, like, complaints or feedback, rather, about apparent people in the community, specifically in the dewdrop community, bullying or being mean to other dewdrops / newer dewdrops about either sending in smaller amounts of supas or their quote-unquote lack of art skills. And this makes me a little bit more madder than the issue that I just addressed. because I thought I taught you guys better. Like I said, if this doesn't apply to you, don't even listen. But if this applies to you, I thought I taught you better to treat everybody with respect. And I wanted to say that I do not condone people who bully or are being mean to other people for their quote-unquote lack of art skills or sending in smaller supas. Because the other day I had somebody ask in my chat if it was okay to send in smaller amounts of supas because there are some people who are annoyed by smaller supas. And I was surprised at first because I didn't think I gave off that impression that I wouldn't value the quote-unquote smaller supas as much as I valued, for example, an akasupa. Yeah, I was surprised. I said no. I literally value every single supa. Like, it does not matter how much you send me. What matters is that you support me, and I really, really appreciate that. And I really want you guys to know that I really, really appreciate any kind of support that you send my way, because at the end of the day, my success depends on you guys, right? And you know, you guys are half of the deal. I am nothing without you guys. The other way around though, if I wasn't here, you guys would probably, you know, just find somebody else. But no, now serious again. I just wanted to say that I do not condone any kind of harassment, bullying whatsoever in my streams or outside of my streams, because I only got to know of this because feedback was sent. And I want to thank the people who sent the feedback, because this is really important. Okay. And like I said, I don't have much influence outside of the stream. But I do try my best to keep this community as healthy as possible. So what I wish for people to do in the future is to, you know, be in less smaller groups, and maybe, like, you know, be friends in bigger groups and include newer people as well. I don't know if there are any Discord servers or whatever, but, you know, it doesn't hurt joining them, being active, you know, be nice to each other, encourage each other's art skills, and whatever makes you happy, really, right? I don't want it to be like a split community of smaller groups, and there is like a quote-unquote elite that only sends in akasupas, and an elite that only draws 10,000 hours of art for one artwork, you know what I mean? Like I said, I do really appreciate any kind of support. Not even like, it doesn't have to be paid support, like retweets, clips, what else, putting my Oshimark on your profile or somewhere, watching generally, you know, all of that. I appreciate everything. I don't want that there is an elite or something, or a group of people that thinks they're better than the other person or than the other group. I don't know. You guys should act as one. And I hope that the people who I am talking about, I hope they're listening right now, and I hope that they realize that this is not the kind of behavior that I would want in my community. I just wanted to say, like, everyone has their own way of showing support, and no one should be judgmental towards another. I really hope that people are not going to be afraid anymore to join the dewdrop community, because I have heard from the feedback that some people were literally like scared or intimidated by the way some dewdrops behaved. I just don't want that to happen in the future. This is pretty much everything that I wanted to say. I hope that the people who were scared before feel appreciated, and they know that I know that they're here, And I hope that the people who I have been talking about realize their faults and don't do it in the future. Doesn't mean that they have to leave the community or anything. I just, want them to better themselves in the future. Okay? So yeah, I was talking about like my boundaries and everything at the beginning. That was like, serious, but like what I really wanted to talk about was this issue of people being mean to each other. Because like at the end of the day, I'm a streamer and I have to be entertaining, and like if it means taking a joke or two, then that's fine, Feeling uncomfortable once or twice is fine by me. I just wanted to say that it does make me feel uncomfortable. But I do not condone any bullying or harassing in any way. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So from now on, we can be normal again. We can just stream, play the game as we like. Would it be possible to clip this? If it means spreading awareness, then yes. Don't butcher it out of context. Yeah. I just want to have a really nice and fun time with everybody on stream. This is what my streams are there for. All right, I'm not trying to entertain just a few elite members, quote unquote. And I'm here for everybody, okay? No matter who you are. If you just arrived in here, if this is your first Cassian Floros stream, do not worry about it. You're just as valuable to me as any other dewdrop.